So images are very, very important in Facebook. The challenge you're going to have is finding great images that resonate, and it's actually not that hard. But you need to know where to look. And so there's a couple of types of images that you can use, which we'll go into. So there's actually 3 sites with images that I would recommend. The first one is Pexels, then stocksnap.io, then deposit photos. Now, there's a couple of things you've got to realize with images. Number one, there's a concept of royalty-free images and a concept of images that you have to pay for. So if you look at Pexels and StockSnap, they are royalty-free. That means you can download these images, you don't have to pay for them, and you can use them in your Facebook ads and commercially. Deposit photos is a site where you have to pay for the images. Now, it's very cheap. There's lots of other services you can use, like Adobe Stock, and I think it's Shutterstock and iStock Photo. There's a whole range of other ones, but they're very expensive. You can pay up to $30, $40, $50 per photo, and it's just not affordable. And so I would recommend these 3. Pexels and StockSnap are both free. And then Deposit Photo, they have specials all the time. They just had one where it was $100 for 100 photos. But typically, I think those photos you're paying anywhere from $3 to $5 per photo. So let's just jump out of this and go to some of these sites so I can show you how they work. So this is Pexels. This is one I use a lot. And you can see what I love about Pexels and StockSnap is they're very natural photos. They don't look like stock photography. They're actually photos done by photographers done in very casual settings. You can see here, that's just this guy's mate probably. They went walking and he's taken a photo of them. This is probably a girl that the photographer knows, but we're able to use them in Facebook ads, which is very, very powerful. So they're beautiful imageries. And if we type in here, mother and child, just say we want a photo for a mother and child for our, preschool ad, then you can see here that there's some nice photos. Like this is a beautiful photo. It doesn't look too staged. Obviously, it looks a little staged, but not as much as the stock photography sites. This one here looks very natural, and I love that. Obviously, this is something that's staged, but looks nice. This one looks a little natural as well with some people in the background. That's what I just love about these sites. They just don't look like they've been staged. It looks like professional photographers taking snapshots of real people. And so if we go to StockSnap and we say mother with child, and they've got, photos on every single topic under the sun. So here they advertise here, Shutterstock, and then underneath that, if you go to the ones without the stars, these are all free. So here, some really nice photos. So these are the 2 I use most. I probably get 80% of my photos from here. And then the other 20% I get from this site, Deposit Photos. So these ones you have to pay for, but these ones are more staged. The reason I go here is there's a much bigger selection with child. So the selection here is probably 10, 20, 30 times more than these 2. These ones are these photos are uploaded by photographers around the world, and it's getting bigger and bigger as the months and years go on, but it's nowhere near the size of a stock photography site like this. So you can see that one's quite nice, but staged, very staged. I don't like that at all. But you can see that there's a little difference between the types of photos that you get. Very staged, people just don't react like that in their home. And on Facebook, you want as natural as possible. Now, sometimes you have to have a staged photo, depending on your industry. But for example, if we were to go here and we go to dentist, obviously it's very hard to get a dentist shot that's not staged. And even though it is a little staged, it still gives the right impression. So that's a nice photo there. Very staged, but really gets, if you're doing Invisalign or if you're doing teeth whitening, very good. This is a great one here if you're a dentist to show that the ad's about dentistry, and that's fine. There's no problem with any of these if you're doing that contextual congruence kind of image. So they're my suggestions for you. Those 3 sites are the one I use every day. There's many more you can try, but if you're starting out, start with these 3. So your homework is to go to each site and start looking around for images for the ad that you're creating and come up with a whole heap of them, copy the URLs, put them into a doc, and we're going to start creating the images in the next video.